Here's our year, drawn two-dimensionally, of course. Get our pi. So this would be March, April, May. Did I do this right? Yes. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, and February, right? So there's our year. Now, if you noticed, the months here, like, so this would be January is the first month, February is the second month, March is the third month, April the fourth, etc., right? The problem with all of this is that, I mean, let's use October for an example here. How many legs does an octopus have? 8, right? Oct means 8. It's not called a decapus, right? So we have to ask, like, why is the 8th month, it's literally signified by October, meaning 8, the 10th month of the year. Sept means 7, and yet it's the 9th month of the year. Nov means 9, and yet it's the 11th month of the year. Deca means 10, and yet it's the 12th month of the year. So as you can see, all of these months, it's like we're 2 months off, we're shifted. Now, some people say that the ancient Roman calendars, that there was 10 months of the year, and that I guess like Julius Caesar and then Augustus Caesar, they wanted to have their own month, so they threw that in there. I don't know, of course, I don't know really what the reason is, but when I see this doesn't make a lick of sense to me at all. Does it make any sense to you guys? It doesn't. So this is the problem I have when people ask me to say, hey, they're like, say, hey, I was born on, for instance, I was born on January 31st, 1979. Can you do the numeric breakdown of my name and find my life path number and all this sort of, that sort of stuff? And I always shy away from that because of this problem right here. And I feel like this is a fundamental problem, right? So, and I'm just going to cover this quick, but for instance, you see all these like quote unquote numerologists and gematricians and all this stuff on the web, and people are saying like 9/11. Oh, 9/11. 9/11 didn't happen on 9/11. 9/11 happened on 7/11 because September is the 7th month, right? 7/11 is the proportions of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Its base is 11 units. This is a proportionality here, but its base is 11, height 7. And this Great Pyramid of Giza squares the circle. I don't have time to cover this. I always say this, but this is a lecture in and of itself, really. But September 11th didn't happen on 9/11. It happened on 7/11. This is an issue to me. And so if people ask, like, hey, can you break down my name and the numerology of when I was born, I refuse to do it, and this is the reason why. Interesting thing, right? This, you guys know I'm a big fan of pi, right? Interesting thing about this whole thing here is that the equinox, when you have the vernal and autumnal equinoxes here, right? Basically what that does is create pi in the sky. You've got the lighter half of the year up here and the darker half down here, right? This is winter, this is when the sun is dying and coming up into spring and that sort of thing. This is when the sun is highest in the sky. So this is light and dark, if you will. This is your polarity, if you will. Heaven and earth in respect. And, designated by a pi. Well, the solstice, the spring equinox is on March 22nd. So March 22nd is your equinox, right? Spring equinox. Well, that means, guess what September would be? 21st, 22nd, of course, but that would mean that the autumnal equinox happens on September or 7/22. Well, 22 divided by 7 is 3.142. In other words, when the equinox happens, the very date that it happens encodes pi, which is exactly what the equinox does. You guys see that? So, pretty interesting. So that's pi. Everybody get that, right? So this would be September, which sept means 7. And it would happen on the 22nd. Well, 22 divided by 7 is pi. There's pi right there. March is Aries. And I'm sure a bunch of you have seen this before, but I'm going to cover this again here really quick. I'll do this. Aries, that would be this house of the zodiac right here is Aries. And this is where the sun arises. That's just an anagram for one another right there, right? You're switching a few letters around. This is where the sun rises and gets into the later part of the year, right? And Aries is 1, 5, 5, 5, 6, and 7, which once again is the opposite side of the equinox there. 7 is 6, 5, 5, 5, 1. 1, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 1. So, pretty interesting. Both of these are equal 22. Aries equals 22, 7 equals 22, 22 divided by 7 is pi.